today's video, I'm going to be helping you figure out what you need to do to achieve your dream ride. So let me know in the comments below, what is your dream ride? And a lot of having your dream ride, at least to me, comes from this word rideability. So when I think about my dream ride and what that feels like and what that means to me, it's a feeling of communication, it's a feeling of connection, it's a feeling of controlled power. So my dream ride is when I feel my horse's energy underneath of me and where my thoughts are transferred into my horse's energy, where I have control over that power, and there's a true sense of connection between my thoughts and my horse's thoughts. And I think that as much as all of us as dressage riders, we want to, do the movement perfectly and get a good score at the horse show, at a very basic level, the reason that we love to ride comes from achieving this rideability. And when you have that control over your horse and that feeling of connection with your horse, then everything else is just kind of gravy. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 4 tips to achieve this dream ride and to achieve rideability with your horse. I kind of have been thinking a lot about this because I've been promoting my masterclass on the dressage training scale. And the dressage training scale, the purpose of the training scale is that it gives you this rideability. The training scale is what allows you to have your dream ride. So if you're interested in the masterclass, it's in the links below. If not, I'm going to give you 4 really, really helpful tips to help you achieve this rideability with your horse. So give me a thumbs up if you want rideability, and let's get started. Okay, tip number 1 is consistency. Horses are creatures of habit. So the more that you're able to be consistent with riding your horse, the more rideability that you're going to have, the more that you're going to be able to communicate with your horse, the more that you're going to be able to stay safe. Now, I realize that we're just coming out of winter and it's hard sometimes to stay consistent, especially when the weather gets in the way, especially when life gets in the way. So a few tips to staying consistent are, 1, to really have a schedule and stick to that schedule. I always kind of look at my week ahead of time. I look at the weather, I look at any meetings or plans that I have during the week, and then I prioritize my rides around that. I'm really bad that I ride before doing other probably more important things, but riding is really important to me. Another tip is that if you're not able to ride for whatever reason, whether it's the weather, whether it's that it got too late or you ran out of time, at least go to the barn and do something with your horse. Even if it's just grooming your horse, even if it's groundwork. I'll link in the comments some groundwork exercises. But even that kind of consistency where you're seeing your horse, you're connecting with your horse, will help you to have more rideability when you actually get in the saddle. Tip number 2 is to follow a routine with your horse in the riding. And this is super important with all of my horses. I have a little bit of a different routine depending on the horse, but I always go through more or less the same warm-up routine. Another great way to have routine is to practice certain patterns and certain exercises. I'll link in the description some exercises and patterns that you can do. Some of my favorites are the 3-loop serpentine, or the snowman, or leg yields. Those are all really good exercises and patterns that we can use to achieve this rideability. So when you're following a pattern, when you're following a routine, it gives your horse confidence because you're in charge of what's happening. You're directing your horse's energy and you're guiding them onto that line and onto that pattern. And so that gives your horse security, that gives your horse confidence Therefore, it allows you to have more rideability and more control over your horse's energy. So have a routine, have a plan. Again, I always consider the training scale and really think about moving my way from the bottom up to the top of the training scale as I go through my warm-up and as I go through my ride. The third tip I have for you is education. So there's a quote that says that frustration begins where knowledge ends. And that is so true. So whenever you're feeling like you're getting frustrated or you're stuck or you're afraid or your horse isn't listening or any of those things that come up, you need to reach out, you need to get help, you need to come on here and watch a YouTube video or take an online course or have a lesson or have someone else ride your horse, because it's so important that you continue your education, that you learn new exercises, that you understand the theory of dressage. And that's so much of what I focus on in my videos and in my master classes, is really giving you guys more tools in your toolbox that you can use to achieve this rideability. And when you have more tools, you're able to communicate better with your horse, you're able to stay safe, as well as move up the levels of dressage, improve your scores, and all of those other fun things that we want. And then my fourth tip is about your comfort zone. So we've all heard of our comfort zone. That is where we feel secure. And it's important to know what your comfort zone is, like what you're comfortable doing, and kind of write down some things that you're good at. Even if it's just as simple as like, I'm good at walking serpentines on my horse. I'm good at grooming my horse. All of those things are important and valuable, no matter how small they are, is to write down some things that you know you can do well. And that is your comfort zone. And then what you want to do is every day get just a little bit outside of your comfort zone, and then just a little bit farther outside of your comfort zone. And then when you start to get nervous or your horse starts to get nervous, go back to your comfort zone, and then just little by little work your way out to the edges. And it's important to take these baby steps. You don't want to overface yourself or overface your horse and end up in the panic zone. You just want to take little baby steps outside of your comfort zone every day until gradually you'll find that your comfort zone is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that is 4 tips to help you achieve rideability. Dressage is a very slow sport. It takes a long time, but if you're consistent, if you follow these steps, you will get there. You will improve. No, it might be slow, but you'll get there. And I'm really dedicated to help you achieve this dream ride, to where you feel connected to your horse, to where you're safe with your horse, to where you have education and routines and patterns that you follow with your horse to help achieve this rideability. When you have a partnership with your horse, when you have this rideability with your horse, it truly is just incredible and amazing. And with me personally, with my horse Harvey, I have such a partnership with him and such a trust with him. It's just an incredible feeling, and it's something that's really priceless, that you cannot sell or purchase, but something that has been earned by years and years of dedication and consistency and trust and trial and error and starting in the comfort zone and gradually making it bigger. So I really hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments what your dream ride is, and maybe some exercises or patterns that work best for you and your horse to achieve this rideability. And if you've signed up for my training scale masterclass this week, I am so excited to have you here. If you're watching this video when it first comes out, there's still a few days left for you to sign up for the masterclass. And let's get working on our rideability, because I'm telling you guys, when you have the rideability, all the movements, everything else is easy. So thumbs up to all of you. See you in the next video next Wednesday.